Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about something that's a bit personal for me, something I often don't, I don't talk about often. And really, it's triggered because someone asked me for a makeup tutorial, which I thought was very sweet of them, but I was also very shocked because I don't feel like I'm that great at makeup. Um, I don't feel like I'm one of those girlies. I feel like there's so many people in here that are so talented. I'm just not one of them that's like really great at makeup. I only do my eyebrows, occasionally my eyeliner and eyeshadow and lips. That's it. I don't do anything else. I don't know how to apply blush. I don't do the whole foundation thing. It's just not highlighter. I don't do any of that. But I want to talk about something that I deal with. I have trichotillomania, and I've had trichotillomania, I believe, since I was 7 years old. My parents didn't realize exactly what was going on until I was 16. And we found out that my trichotillomania was triggered by my mom's first diagnosis with breast cancer. So, I guess it was just something that I did to cope with what was going on in my life, and it started with my eyebrows. So when you guys see videos of me, you'll often see my eyebrows look very thin, and it's because I've either pulled, or maybe they're growing back. So this is all makeup because right now, for me, my triggers are stress. If I'm extremely stressed, if I'm going through a lot, you'll see that I've pulled my eyebrows out. So that's that. Sorry, you guys hear my dog lapping at her water in the background. One of my dogs. Um, she just looked at me. But yeah, I have trichotillomania, so I pull out my eyebrows and my eyelashes. I have a mild form of it. It's not as aggressive as I know some other people how they experience trichotillomania. Like I said, trichotillomania is a form of OCD where you pull your eyebrows, eyelashes, pull your hair out basically. And some people do it when they're bored. Some people aren't aware that they're doing it. Sometimes I'm not even aware when I'm pulling my eyelashes or eyebrows out. It's just something I do. You know how some people bite their nails, or some people pick at their skin. I happen to pull my eyebrows and eyelashes out. So there's that. And like I said, it's something that started when I was 7 years old due to my mother, dealing with breast cancer. It was a trigger. So I guess that was just the first time they saw it happen. It spiked up when I was around 15 or 16 when I was being bullied in school. I was really going through it at school. I was sexually harassed, and then I was bullied and picked on, and girls wanted to jump me. It was a whole thing. And then, no lie, you guys, I left high school to do homeschooling because it was that bad. And then my mom was diagnosed again with cancer. And then I became a caregiver. So, it was just like trauma after trauma. And that's when my OCD spiked back up again. And my dad did some searching at the time, and he found out what it was. And I ended up going to a OCD group in California, and it was very helpful, but they didn't have anyone in this specific OCD group that dealt with trichotillomania, because the people that they did have who experienced the same sort of OCD as me were either very young, like kids, like young kids, or they were adults. So I had the experience of one time they allowed me to be in an adult group at the time, and I got to see a bunch of women talk about their experiences with trichotillomania over the years. And then the OCD group that I was in, with people who are around my age, but they didn't actually have trichotillomania. That was very interesting too, and I met some really sweet people. But it was just all very helpful, and they helped me get over some of my phobias, like riding the elevator by myself, or getting on an escalator, or handling things at a cash register by myself. So things like that. It was a great group, actually. It was a really great group. Yeah, so the group was really, it was helpful. So, yeah, so that's one of the reasons why you guys will see sometimes it looks like I have eyebrows, sometimes I don't. I pull my eyelashes out the top, so sometimes you'll be able to see that I don't have eyelashes, but this is something that I'm 31. And this is something, like I said, I've dealt with for most of my life. And like I said, it really is what it is. I try not to claim it because I'm, like you guys know, I'm very spiritually, how do I say? Spiritually focused, so I don't like to, speak things into existence, like give more life to things, but it has been something that I've dealt with and I deal with occasionally. But when I'm in a really good place, when I'm focused on other things and I'm happy, it's not an issue. But it's something that happens when I start to get stressed out. I saw it when I was in college. So I can see what my triggers are and what makes it spike up. But that's all. So I'm sending love to any of you guys who deal with trichotillomania, or is it dermatillomania? I can't remember the name of it, but it turns out my grandmother, which we didn't figure out until later on, that my grandmother had I think it's dermamania or something like that, the one where you pick your skin. So it's kind of deep that we found that out, and she was also a Scorpio. Kind of interesting, but yeah. So, and then later on in life, I met a young boy who dealt with that really badly, and it was just very interesting to know the terms of these different things that people go through. And like I said, I have OCD. I actually found out my mother had a very mild form of OCD, where it's like she had to check the locks. She had to check to see if we turned everything off in the house. Like, she would drive all the way back home to make sure that we unplugged something, that she locked up, to make sure that, everything was good. And sometimes I do that. And, but it's not as major as how she had it. But there are certain things that I'm a bit picky about, like that. But, like I said, trichotillomania is like the main thing that I deal with. But like I said, I'm working on it. I have to stay busy and stay focused on other things and find coping tools, and that helps me. So maybe one day I'll do a video where I'm putting on my eyebrows and I'll show you guys what I do, because like I said, I'm no professional, I'm no expert. I'm sure you guys can find better videos, but I'll do a video one day of me just putting on my eyebrows. And if you guys want to hear more videos about trichotillomania or my experiences with it or just anything like that, just let me know. Love you guys. Oh, and I just want to clarify, with trichotillomania, it could be any type of hair. It's not just your eyebrows or eyelashes. Any type of hair. Some people deal with, pulling out. So I hope that makes sense. Sorry, you guys, I'm a bit tired. And like for me personally, my middle fingers have callus. Like, they're shaped in a certain way, and they have indents in them from pulling over the years. So it's just very interesting to just to see, like, the pattern, and see how it's affected my life. And it's also interesting to see the triggers. So that's just something I want to share with you guys. Like I said, I believe in being authentic. I believe in being honest and truthful. And this is something that I experienced and something I deal with occasionally. So, seeing you guys, love.